So I've now completed painting onto my layer mask, and we've made it nice and tight around the leaves with no, apart from this little bit here. Again, that's why I keep saying that you really need to be very careful about this and look very carefully at what you're doing. Just going to paint out that tiny bit of white still remaining there. Just hide that. Okay, so that's got that border nicely isolated. Let's just zoom out of that a little. Just out of interest, you can actually view the layer mask in isolation. Place my pointer directly over the thumbnail for the layer mask, hold down the Alt key on the keyboard and click, and now we can actually see the actual layer mask in all its glory. I can immediately see we can also paint on the layer mask in this state, remember. Immediately see a couple of little things going on down here that I need to sort out. Again, I'm going to paint with black and just paint over this unwanted ragged bit at the bottom here, just to make sure that's completely black as well, like that. And that's a really good layer mask. We could actually blur this layer mask by just a single pixel. If I zoom in here and demonstrate this, let's just have a look at 25%. We go to Filter, Blur and Gaussian Blur. I'm just going to apply a blur of just 1 pixel, or near enough 1 pixel on that, and click OK, and that will just blur those hard lines around the twigs nicely, so the outline to the border is a little softer. Again, hold down the Alt key and click the thumbnail for the layer mask to return to normal view, and that's looking really good there. Okay, so I just want to increase the saturation a little in the border. I'll do that via Enhance, Adjust Colour and Hue and Saturation. I'm going to bring the saturation quite a way up so we've got some really nice bright colours going on here. We could actually also do with sharpening the details in the border a little, and for that we'll go to Enhance, Unsharp Mask, and just find this in my preview. It's always a good idea to have your preview set to 100% when you're sharpening. I'm going to use a threshold of around 5. I think I'm going to have sort of 1.3 radius, and we'll see which amount suits it best, and I think somewhere around there will be fine. We'll click OK to apply that sharpening. I'm actually going to crop this image, but as I do so, I'm actually going to add a little more canvas area to work with at the same time. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that my background colour is black to suit the existing colour on the background layer, and I'm going to choose the crop tool. I'm simply going to drag a crop over the entire image, but now I'm actually going to expand this a little either way, like so, and I think I'm going to give us just a little more room at the top, and I think the bottom edge is fine on that. Now, because I've expanded that crop box beyond the current dimensions of the background image, when I hit the commit tick, like so, you'll see that we've actually expanded the canvas area, and it's already filled with the correct colour. So now I actually want to scale the border a little. The important thing to remember is, because we've got this layer mask that's acting on the border layer, we need to select both of these layers before we do any scaling. So I'll simply click on the adjustment layer, hold down the Control key and click on the border layer, choose my move tool, and I'm simply going to click and drag and click and drag to reposition, just to increase the size of this photographic border, like so. And I think that looks about right. I'm possibly going to just increase it just a tiny bit more and drag that down so we can fit and position the border where we want. When you're happy with the positioning of the border, again, simply click the commit tick. So we can now flatten this image via layer and flatten image for our completed isolated leaf with our photographic autumn border surrounding it.